say, oh my gosh, is market crashing? Is it?
That's funny. We just had a client call us and ask us that very question because they had noticed on Zillow and a couple other sites that some price reductions were happening. And interestingly, it always takes the seller longer to figure out a change in a market than it does the buyer. The buyer knows immediately their interest rate has gone up, therefore they have a little less buying power. The seller still thinks they're going to get $150,000 over asking. So there's a little lag time there. And it's very difficult as a listing agent sometimes to let your client know and have them understand they aren't going to get these crazy amounts over asking, but they're still going to get a great price on their home. So you're seeing people still shooting for the stars and they end up landing on the moon, and that's okay. So yeah, there's no housing bubble.
And it's way better to do a value range marketing so that you can get over 5 times more views on your property. And us, Philip and Mary Beth, know how to do that as listing agents. And we do not keep your house a secret. So let us chat with you about how to value range market your property so that you're not going over the moon and then having to sit there on the market and suffer having a price reduction because you don't get 12 offers in 27 seconds like we were seeing the last 24 months.
The other reason it's not a housing bubble and people think, oh my gosh, it's going to be 2007 and 8 all over again, is because they're not just giving away money. People have skin in the game. You have to make a deposit. You have to make down payments. You have to show your income. Stated loans like we had before where you just call them up like a credit card and say, oh, I make $250,000 a year. Great, here's your credit card. Now they don't do that anymore. So you have to actually qualify and be eligible to pay that loan or they don't lend you the money.
I can say proudly that I never had one client since being licensed in 1998, lose their home because they bought something during that crazy crisis where they were all being gifted loans if they could breathe.
Right.
And, right now, 38% of all homeowners in the United States own 100% of equity in their property.
And well over 50% have 50% or more equity in the property. Back then, people were upside down and all around. And so, if you think a bunch of foreclosures are about to happen, you'll be wrong.
It is not a housing crisis. There is no housing bubble, and the market is not crashing.